Yeah. Walking the Johnny this morning. Beautiful morning this morning here. Look at this. How's that? It makes me wonder why the world's in pain and what can we do to break free from it. And I look around here and I see this school and all that we're doing in this world. And have you ever sat down and really thought about what it is that we are conditioned to do, many of us, from childbirth, that would have us, or many of us, end up living in a place where we are struggling with mental and physical pain? Contributed to what and why, and what can we do to break free from the matrix that so many of us are educated into believing that this is the way that you do life, when so many people are not living that way and don't struggle with chronic pain and suffering. Well, maybe not as much, or just got better lives. What can we do to become aware of this world that we very often can just default into believing that this is the way that we should do life? And how does that contribute to our pain? And what is it that we can do to break free from the pain cycle? Well, I'm no expert in specific medical diagnosis of certain things that could be causing, chronic pain in the body. What I am an expert in is someone that has applied what I've learnt and continue to apply what I've learnt to break free from the pain cycle, the chronic pain in the body cycle. And I would even like to add to that chronic mental pain that comes from the pressures that we're under in this world. But let's go back to what I was just sharing. What is it that we all buy into, or many of us buy into, that could be the cause of pain? Let's put kids into a school from pretty much 4.5, 5 years old. Let's put them into this robotic system where they go and have to get a job and get educated, spend lots of time and money to get an education and go get a good job and get a mortgage and pay your taxes, put your kids in private schools, buy cars and stuff, which I think in that can have many wonderful, wonderful benefits. Education is a fantastic thing. I wouldn't be where I am in life and be able to do the things that I do without having good education. Just checking where my little dog is. And the other thing is being able to work and be able to have a job that pays money is also another very good thing that we can benefit from. However, just to consider, where is it in this journey that we're on that could bring us unstuck and could cause pain? And what could we do to have a personal revolution, a revolution of change, a revolution of waking up and looking at, is what I am doing and what I've enrolled into serving me? i.e., I go and buy things that I probably don't need. I go and put myself into financial pressure to possibly think that I have to have certain things or live in a certain house, or put myself into these pressures and end up trapped in a job where we feel that there's no way out. And if you lose your job, you are, excuse the French, screwed, because it's your only form of income, and that's what you've been taught. You've been taught to go get a job, get a good paying job, a single income job, and go and buy a house and have a mortgage and get yourself in debt with credit cards and car loans. And the next minute you find yourself caught in this rat race and you're on this treadmill every day just trying to pay the bills, keep the kids in school, have some semblance of happiness or fulfillment in your life. And I know it's not all doom and gloom. I know life can be full of many, many rich, wonderful experiences in all of that. But what I want to just get across is just as I continue to look around the world and look at where people are suffering, and as I talk to people in business, in jobs, in life, and ask them what's going on, and very often so many of them are just trapped, and they're feeling trapped. They're feeling trapped that if they lose this job, there's no other income, and they have no concept of any other way to make money. Or they may do, but it's so overwhelming to go and create that, and we're trapped down this rabbit hole. And I'll put my hand up. I have found myself in this situation, and I even right now am working on some things to help me break out of certain parts of the matrix that I've fallen into. If you've seen the movie The Matrix, which is getting caught into the illusion of get a job, go to the office, sit in a cubicle, pay your taxes, do your thing every day on the treadmill so the system runs and works for those who benefit. If that works for you, congratulations. But if you're wanting something more and you're suffering with chronic pain in your body, maybe it's because your body's screaming at you and telling you that what you are doing and the plan that you've been following is not working for you. And your body is screaming at you to have an internal revolution of change, a revolution to transform yourself and go on a path to build a better quality of life. So what can we do? What can we do if you're feeling trapped? You're feeling like you've caught yourself into this whole matrix of debt, job, stress, anxiety, and you want to make some changes. Well, a couple of things that I would recommend that you do, that I do, and has helped me, and I'm doing right now. I'm working on my plan and what I want to go and do and create. It is to stop and say to yourself, what is it that is going on in my life right now that could be causing me to be experiencing chronic pain? Is it money? Are you in debt? Is it relationship? Is it job or business or health? And start having a look at these areas and say, well, okay, if it's finances, what can I do? What can I do to get a budget? Look at where my money's going. Where can I pull back on spending? Where can I get smarter with how I am managing my money? Because in the movie Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, Michael Caine says, with making money comes great responsibility. And this is one of the things that we're not taught in school. We're not taught how to manage money. We're not taught how to have a budget, how to respect the flow of money that comes into our world from the services that we provide, the jobs that we do. This has personally been one of the most life-changing game changers for me, which is learning how to manage and budget money, how to know what's coming in, know what's going out, know how to reduce debt, increase surplus to be able to save and put money away so I can invest it. I can have what I call sleep money. In other words, the money that you've got put away in the event that something happens. You want to leave, you want to change, you want to do, or you have an emergency, you've got that sleep money. Now, this can be tough if you've been unconscious and you've got all these debts, all these money going out. And I get it, you've got kids, you've got this, you've got that, but if you don't have a budget and you don't know where your money's going, you're too afraid to have a look at it, as I say, face the barking dog with no teeth and have a look. Sit down, do the work, look at your money, what's going on, where is it, and figure out what you can do to start reducing the outgoings and increase the income that you're making. And that's a whole other conversation. If you want some help with the budgeting, let me know, send me a message. I'll send you a little budget planner that you can use that may just be of help to you. The next thing is your relationships. What's going on in your relationships? Are you communicating? Are you feeling trapped? Do you need to get help and discuss what you need to do to make the relationship better, or the relationship better with yourself? I know for a fact us people that suffer with chronic pain, very often it's because we have very, very bad relationships with ourselves. We beat ourselves up, we chastise ourselves, we're pushing for perfection all the time, and we are not very often our best friend. So what can you do to build a better relationship with yourself? And if you want guidance and help in relation to understanding what you can do to have a better relationship with yourself, treat yourself in better ways, reach out to me. Maybe I can be of help. If not, I've got some very, very good experts in my community that are specialists in counseling around chronic pain, relationship, and all these areas. And very often it may just be a matter of engaging someone to give you direction where you can't know the direction that you need to go for yourself with the knowledge that you currently have, or where you're trapped. And this has also been a very, very important action that I have taken on my own recovery from chronic pain, was getting help from a professional to help me understand what's going on, what am I doing in my world that is causing chronic pain, how am I thinking, how am I, just being as a person. And again, it's another substantial topic, but please, if you are suffering with chronic pain and you've done all the physical treatment stuff and you're still suffering, maybe it's just worth speaking to someone about the psychological mind-body connection side of the human-body relationship, because that was the game changer for me. Real quick, the next thing is employment or business. This can also be a very, very challenging area. It can be very fulfilling too, but if you're in a job that you don't like, you're caught in the 9-to-5 grind. You've been caught into this whole matrix that so many of us get into, is get a good job, get your salary, and then all of a sudden you wake up one day and you think to yourself, is this it? Is this the only way that I can survive or figure out how to thrive, by making money from one job, and if I lose this job I'm trapped? When there are so many other options out there now with the world, technology, internet, there are so many ways if you're willing to take a look. And I don't know what that is for you exactly, but if you are willing to ask the question, if I was to build my dream life, have the income that I wanted, do the work that I love, what would that be? And go on an exploration. Stay in your job. Don't go and do anything ridiculous, but stay in your job, but be willing to face the barking dog, the fear, and ask yourself, if I could make the money I wanted, do the work that I love, how could I do that, and what is that? Dare to dream. Dare to put yourself in that place of asking, because this has been another very, very important thing for me that I've learned on my own journey, is human beings that stay stuck in suffering think in statements, i.e., I'm trapped. There's no way out. This is it. I can't do anything about it. It's just the way I am. People that are able to move forward in life, have better quality of lives, ask questions instead. How can I go from here to here? How can I fix this? How can I change this? What can I do to do that, that, and that? How do I create my dream income? How do I create my dreaming life? What is my dream income and life? Write it down and go on exploration. And yes, this is work. This is waking up out of the hypnotic trance of the world that so many people can get caught into. And if you've watched this far, I got the feeling that you're someone who is wanting to take a deeper look, to stand back and look at what you're doing, how you're doing it, and consider your options, to think, well, I've got time left on the planet. What is it that I could pursue and do that would have me feel more fulfilled, that would have me have the life that I want? Because that is where it starts. That is the revolution of change, of getting out of pain, getting into pleasure. This is what it takes, is to ask these questions. And while not the least, but the last on the list, I want to talk today is about health, mental and physical health. A big part of chronic pain, emotional and physical, so often comes down to the place that people get themselves caught into, i.e., What are they doing to themselves that is causing mental health? And what are they doing to themselves that is causing physical health? Now, if you are not well in either of those areas, there's no other way that I can say it is there's going to be a time where you need to ask yourself, is this game that I'm running here with how I treat my body, how I think about the world, is this serving me and is this causing me pain? And what can you do to create your own revolution of change and learn how to think better? Get help, get professional help. I have been depressed. I have found myself in the darkest places at times. Let me tell you, there was a point in my life once where I had a business that went bad. It was my own fault because of what I was doing, but I didn't know any better at the time. I was consuming a lot of things that I shouldn't have been: excessive alcohol, socializing, partying. It was a time in my life, and it impacted me and my business. And the next minute I found myself in a very depressed state, and I found myself in an institution where they were helping people that were suicidal and depressed. I have been there. I know what it's like. I know the pain of what that can feel like. But I realized in that place that there was things that I could do and needed to do if I wanted to move forward and have a better quality of life. And you know, it was very interesting in that place, because while I would wake up every day, and I remember I would have a shower in this blue bathroom, the walls were all blue, and I would have to figure out every day while I was there until I started feeling better, why I should not die that day. Why should I live today and not go and kill myself? Now, that is depression in its deepest, darkest place. And I'm just being really honest and transparent here that I'm just as human as you, got a cold sore and everything, right? What can you do to get out of that dark place? What can you do? And the story I was about to share with that is, we would go into sessions while we were there, and we would do talk therapy and explore what was going on for us, what we'd been through, what was causing us pain. And some of us would go off and do our homework from our session, and others would just go downstairs, get in a circle and light their cigarettes, and they were still asleep. They weren't going to make it. Maybe they did. God, I send them love if they did. But I believe that for some of us, there's going to be a time where you will wake up and you'll stand back and you'll say, the plan I'm running is not working. The things that I'm doing and the things that I've believed in are not serving me. And there'll be others that will stay unconscious, hypnotized to the pain, and it's all too hard to make a change. And that's just being human on this planet, right? Some won't and some will. And I really hope for you, if you're watching this, that you are one of the will people, one of the will do this, one that will revolutionize your life, that will do the work to get out of your pain and suffering. And that's all I have for you today. Well, I have plenty more for you, but please, what can you do to break out of the matrix? What can you do to take responsibility for your life, to create a revolution for yourself, to revolutionize how you manage your money, how you think, how you be of service on the planet, whether it's in a job or business, and what are you doing and how are you treating yourself? These are important questions. These are, in this time of pain and suffering and confusion in the world, I believe, from what I have been studying and doing, are the keys that will open the door to revolutionizing your life, to helping you break free from the pain cycle, to help you have a better quality of life. And what I want for you to do is to have your dream life, your dream job, your dream income, your dream business, your dream relationship with yourself. Most importantly, there's work to be done. It is a journey, I get it, but where the change can start is just by being willing to stand back, have a look at what you're doing, how you're thinking, what is showing up around you, what have you created, good and bad, and what can you do to start moving in a better direction, to be your own best friend. to revolutionize your own life and transform yourself into a better person, a happier person, a pain-free person. That's what I wish for you. Thanks for watching. I genuinely care for you. Even though we may never meet, I know what it can be like to be in pain. I know what it can be like to be feeling trapped in where you are, in your world, in your life. And I'm doing the work. I woke up this morning, I'm working on a few things that I'm finding very overwhelming at the moment. I plan to get to where I'm going with what I'm working on. So you're not alone in this. I feel all connected, but please find the courage. What if something could be better? What if something could help you just move into a better direction? And as you've noticed in all that I've said with chronic pain, none of this has had anything to do with getting manipulated and massaged in your lower back. This is about the bigger work, the bigger questions. I believe the body is screaming at us from our mind, from our body, whether it's emotional pain or physical pain. It is saying to us, what are you doing in your work? What are you doing with your money? What are you doing in your relationships? What are you doing with your health? And if you can go and attend to these, you're going to feel a lot better. Please take a look. Please let me know. What did you get from this video? What is it that you can do to help revolutionize your life, to get into a better direction, to walk a better path, to think better ways, to act better ways? Please let me know. Subscribe. Tell me what you're doing. And I will see you soon. I'm working on getting my book, How to Cure Your Pain, revised, done. I'm really looking forward to sharing that with you. It's a work in progress, because it's one of those things, the more I keep working on it, the more I want to keep adding to it. But I will send it to you, and please reach out. If you want some resources on what you can do to start revolutionizing your life, do a self-audit, figure out what's going on for you and where you can make some changes, reach out. I've got some tools and guides, happy to send them to you. And that can very often just be the start of revolutionary changes. Reaching out, asking, what have you got, Trevor? Send it to me. And you're taking action, right? You're taking action in a better direction. Thank you for watching. Trevor Russell, and here is the Johnny. Hey Johnny, look, say hello. This little fella brings me joy, let me tell you. Sending love, stay strong. You've got this. Strong, grounded and safe. You've got this. I will speak to you soon. Ciao for now.